Hey, there we are. Hey,
Hey, David.
Aaron.
How's it going?
It's going pretty well. This is going to be an exciting show, and according to the little eye up in the corner, no one is watching it yet.
Okay. Well, yeah.
But maybe later. No one's watching it live. Sometimes people hop on later. So, and at this point, I am just assuming, because we've been doing this long enough, I'm assuming that the audio's working and the video's working and everything's working. So if that's not the case,
Yeah.
I guess you have to wait till next week. Or you can post a comment saying, hey, nothing's working. But if it's not working, then they didn't hear to post the comments. So kind of a catch-22 there.
There you go.
So we usually start out with a little bit of news, especially from St. Paul.
Yeah.
And it feels like the bottom is falling out.
Okay.
We had in-person, we had live streaming on Sunday.
Yeah.
We had made that decision a couple of weeks ago, looking at the numbers and stuff. And since that time, Governor Holcomb has come out and has basically said, the numbers are not going in the right direction. And then the bishop has come out, the bishop of the Indiana Conference, and has, how do I phrase it? Not requiring, because he can't do that via the discipline, but highly recommending and encouraging churches to suspend in-person worship.
Mm-hmm.
I know this is going through the internet, but I'm just going to be transparent. He said, until the numbers start going down, which is very vague.
Yeah.
We really don't have any sort of, until we hit this criteria or that criteria. My hope is the numbers, quote, go down. I'm not sure exactly what that means, in such a way that we can meet during Advent in person.
Yeah.
But we have no idea. It's almost like people weren't paying attention and things have gotten. You want to hear a story?
Let's hear it.
When I was living up north, we had a lot of leaves, and I decided that I would go ahead and burn the leaves because that was allowed. All right, burning the leaves. I'm going to plug in my laptop. I think that would probably help. Burning leaves were allowed, was allowed. And so I'm burning some leaves. My wife, Delora, was supposed to be home in maybe, 15, 20 minutes. And so things are going well until they weren't. And the fire started getting a little bit out of hand. And I started having to stomp because there was dead grass because it's the fall.
Yeah.
And I started realizing that the fire was actually starting to spread in a way that I was not able to contain it. And then I had the decision, do I run up to the house and try to get the hose to kind of, because of course I didn't have the hose to begin with.
Yeah.
Because that would be wise and smart. And then I'm thinking, if I go up and get the hose, this whole field is going to catch on fire.
Yeah.
And all of the trees on the field are going to catch on fire. I mean, I have never been so scared in my life. I'm serious. I had a burn, like a sunburn on my face. My shoes were smoking because I'm trying to put this out.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking, oh, if my wife gets home in time, maybe she can run and start getting water and we can get this thing contained. But I'm going to have to stay here. That's kind of how I feel now.
Yeah.
You're starting to see this pattern. What was this?
You're in a holding pattern.
Yeah, and you're trying to hold it together and trying to keep it contained, but you're afraid that if you don't do something, if you walk away, it's just going to explode.
Yeah.
So I might be completely off, but that's kind of how I feel with the announcements, both from the governor and from our bishop. And so I say that to say I'm not sure exactly. I know we're not doing in-person worship for the next 3 weeks. Beyond that, we're just going to have to assess the situation. So
Yeah, yeah. I think the more it's saying, that folks hear it from us, like this is not something we wanted. Like this is not what we wanted to do.
No.
And
I forgot to mention that Monroe County has put out a statement basically to and I should have pulled it up on my computer, to churches, saying that as they do contract tracing, they said a high percentage of what they're finding is traced back to churches.
Yeah.
So that, because they are doing contact tracing and they're finding out that a lot of folks actually were exposed at church. So anyway.
Right. But
so
all of that to say the church is Jesus is still on the throne. The church is still very much alive. We are still worshiping on Sunday mornings, and we have opportunities to do even more.
We do.
So, this past week we talked about generosity, and this week we have a very tangible way in which for all of us to practice generosity, to practice service, openness to Jesus. Some might say openness to the Holy Spirit, because we're being led in these things. I'm speaking, of course, because David and me, is that the correct grammar there?
Not when it's the subject of a sentence.
Okay.
At that point, it would be David and I.
So David and I received a phone call from our very own Mildred Cooley, who had this idea of somehow getting food into the hands of people who need it. Especially right now. There are so many things that have happened in our country, in our state, and even in our own community, in which people have suffered loss of jobs. People have had to make choices of whether they're going to pay the rent or keep the lights on or put food on their table. And that's the reality of the situation that some people are in. And in that, we decided we want to do something, and especially since it's the holidays, especially since we're around this this season of Thanksgiving, we thought of what better way to give our thanks to God for the ways in which we're already being blessed, but to bless others. And so the idea we have is developing these Thanksgiving meal kits in which we can bless other individuals and let them know that they are loved by God even in this time, and to really be the hands and feet of Jesus during this season. The whole concept is that we would love for you, if you know of anyone, or if even if it is you, to give us some names, to give us some addresses of individuals who might be blessed by receiving a Thanksgiving meal kit. What the kits are in and of themselves is it's basically a package of food that's going to help a family be able to celebrate Thanksgiving. We'd also really love to be able to send personal notes with these Thanksgiving kits, and we would deliver them to whatever address it is that you give to us. So if you know of someone, or if you would think even you yourself in your family could be blessed by receiving one of these Thanksgiving meal kits, please send us a message, on Facebook with that information. You can email David or I.
Yeah, I would say if you know of a person, do not put it in the comments.
Yes, do not put that in the comments.
Yeah. Send a private message. You can send it to David at stpaulbloomington.org. Aaron has 2 A's, actually has 3 A's.
Yeah.
Right? No, just two at the beginning.
Yeah, Aaron, yeah,
Yeah.
Aaron at
Yeah, Aaron at
Bloomington.
St. Paul Bloomington, or Carol with the K at St. Paul Bloomington, or message on Facebook. Somehow get it in a private way.
Yeah, but you get that to us, and we will get it on the list. Now, beyond that, if if you would like to help beyond that, there are a number of ways you can do that. One is you can donate. So we're asking individuals to sort of donate these Thanksgiving meal kits. We're asking that people would commit themselves to paying for the food items which go in these kits. I don't know the exact amount right now, but you will receive the information as I receive it. We're putting together still the menu right now for them. But we would ask that you would buy this food, or if you feel like you can't do an entire meal kit by yourself, then maybe you can go in with some of your friends and together get all the items needed to make one of these kits. Another way that you can help out is, like we said, we want to send personal notes with these kits. One of the ways we'll help you out is we'll give you basically a template that you could use, that you could write from if you don't know what to write. But we encourage you to make it personal, and maybe if you have kids in the home, have them do a drawing or something like that. That's always wonderful. Or finally, you can help us in actually delivering these meals, which I believe right now we're hoping to do by the beginning, by early next week. I was thinking maybe Tuesday evening or Tuesday late afternoon of next week, so people get it before Thanksgiving. So yeah, those are ways that you can help us. One, you can share a name with us by emailing us or by sending us a private message here on Facebook. You can choose to donate the items for a kit. You can choose to write a note, or you can help us deliver the kit. If you'd like to do any of those other three things, what I'll invite you to do is, if you want to donate or even just receive more information about what donating a kit would look like as I receive it, just comment the word donate in the comments below. If you would like to write a note, just write the word write. And I'll contact you about that and give you sort of a template and a name to write this note for. And if you would like to help us deliver, just simply comment the word deliver in the comment section below, and I'll put you on the list.
What if they want to donate, deliver, and write?
You can do all of those things if you would like to. Then just write, donate, deliver, write. Just all three words. And I will get you on all of the list. but we know that this is very fast.
Yeah, very much short notice.
Yeah, it is very, very short notice. But I believe that God can do amazing things, and I believe that this is a way that the Holy Spirit has spoken to us in a specific way that we can reach out and we can help people while still remaining safe, and while still doing no harm while we are doing good. So yeah.
And because it is short notice, we're trying to keep it fairly simple.
Yeah.
Again, there are a lot of things that could. One of the things that Wesley said was to do no harm, and then to do good.
Yeah.
But we don't want to do any harm. So, again, we don't want to share names in a public setting. We're also very concerned that if we like start giving out flyers in Highland Village, which is what we'd love to do, that there might be more need than what we know, more need than what we can meet at this point.
Yeah.
We just don't know. And so since this is short notice, we're trying to keep it, with people sharing names, so we know we can kind of keep an idea of how many. Yeah. We might do this again in December before Christmas.
Yeah, yeah, holiday meal kit, you know?
And yeah, and so you might have an idea. God might be leading you to say, hey, well, what would happen if we did this, if we extended this or expanded this in this way? And
Mhm.
again, it's all based on the generosity of the people. I mean, generosity of donating a kit,
Mhm.
generosity of time, of
Mhm.
delivering the kit, generosity of energy, writing a note, and that's also generosity of time.
Yeah,
So there's opportunity here to really make a difference in someone's life.
yeah,
And again, this uh, well, Mildred thought of it because we couldn't do the turkey dinner this year.
yeah. Right,
You know, and
right.
again, as we do this, we want to do it safely. And so masks, trying to keep things as clean as possible. Again, we don't want to do harm, and so we think this is something that we can do in a safe way.
Yeah.
Oh, Safeway. It's a grocery store.
Well, there you go. There's a plug. Maybe Safeway will give us free food for mentioning them.
I don't know that there's any Safeways around here. You know,
Yeah,
but anyway, that's the plan,
yeah.
and I hope that folks can say not instead of looking at what we can't do, we're trying to look at what we can do,
Right, right.
and we'll see. We'll see what God does with this and what we learn,
Hmm.
and then maybe be able to do it again in about a month or so.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing. We will. I've accepted the fact that in doing this, we don't. We don't entirely know what we're doing. I would say,
Yeah.
absolutely, we don't know what we're doing, and we're
Right. Yeah.
mistakes probably in
Yeah.
doing this, but we're going to learn from it. And the things that we can learn from it, I believe, are also going to be teachings of the Holy Spirit. Even in mistakes, we learn more about ourselves and about how God works and how God works through us. And so, I think it's just going to be for the people receiving, for the people giving, for both the blessed and those who bless. I think it's going to be a very powerful thing.
And
For
and I
all.
should yeah, I want to say one when Aaron and I were wondering about whether to share this on the DNA show, I said, well, it's kind of like watching the sausage being made,
Yeah.
which most of the time you don't want people to see that. It's kind of like going to the kitchen of your favorite restaurant that they usually say don't do that. Uh, but if you're interested in stuff like this,
Yeah.
we want to invite you to a place on St. Paul.life. And again, you can see there's no picture here, no picture here. This is like brand new stuff. There's literally two people, Aaron and myself.
We just
Uh,
did it today.
yeah, yeah. And so if you go to St. Paul.life and go into the groups, you will see this Hey Neighbor group. And this is a place where we can kind of go through ideas and different information. And so if you're part of St. Paul.life, you're already mostly there. All you have to do is join the group. If you're not, just go to St. Paul.life, log in. You can use Facebook, your Facebook account, or Google or Apple, or you can create an account just for St. Paul.life, and then you can join in and you can join that discussion. So yeah, you are invited to that space as we discuss and dream and try to discern a little bit more.
Mhm. Absolutely.
So what else do we have? Other things we need to share with folks?
Not off the top of my head. I don't know that I have anything else. I think I've shared all that I know up to this point, which,
Okay.
as you can tell, I don't know much.
Oh, yeah. So all right. Well, I think we can go ahead and close down the show now.
Yeah.
I don't see any comments yet, but we're looking forward to, as people watch this throughout the day and maybe the week, that they'll maybe be able to think about it a little bit more and then respond.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
All right. Well, until next time, I hope you're having a great day, and hope to see you online on Sunday.
Absolutely. God bless everyone.